Mistress fans, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Everything that I'll show you here today, I'll put in the description down below. So if you decide you want to purchase that for your own personal C6, you get the hookup. But I wanted to feature a few bikes that my buddy here, he's letting me use his garage. If y'all recognize the bikes, y'all probably know who he is, but I just wanted to share him. He's letting me use his garage. Got the Red Mistress Racing going on the side here. It's a bad bike. Want to crank it up for us?
Oh, hell yeah.
Bikes are something serious, man. But anyway, tonight we're gonna be doing a lot of installs over my buddy's garage. So come on over here and check them out. Tell you what's up. I went with these Blackout specials off of Amazon. Now I could have went with the Vette lights. Everybody knows that, but I got a better deal on these. I would have went with Vette lights, and after I found out and got in touch with them, they did give me a coupon code. Figure I'd share it with you guys. If you got a C6 of your own, you want to put these dark lenses on it, on the side lamps, man, go to their website or their Facebook, vettelights.com or Vettelights on Facebook, and type in the coupon code CORNERS, CORNERS, all caps, okay? They'll give you a good deal. Another thing we're going to be installing here is these VMS Lowering Bolts. I figured I'm going to drop it down about another inch and a half. Now you got these Amazon specials. These babies right here, they ought to keep some of the splash coming up from the side of the car. You probably know what they are if you have your own C6 and you got these on there. Really good splash cars. And I got with my friends over at Nemesis Racing. Y'all go check them out. Shane and Josh, I really appreciate y'all giving me a good deal on these. They are used, but they're Z06 C6 Shocks. The H7Ps for the rear, and the AJ ends is the code for these, the factory code. Appreciate y'all hooking me up with those. My wife, I got this from my wife a while ago. She decided she didn't want no trees on her car, so we're going to be chopping down some trees with the Red Mistress. We got these really bad Creative Steel solid motor mounts. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to these tonight, but or the tools to do it correctly, but we're going to try to get them knocked out. I'm also going to put these down on the description. A friend of mine over on Instagram, I got a hold of him on Instagram. He does all kind of good work, man. I went with the American flag on the right side and the red and black checkered on the left, but I'll put his link in the description below. Then we got this coming up here, B&M Short Shifter. I'll get a close up on that bad boy. This should eliminate 33% of our throw. It's going to be great. This is kind of a hit and miss in the Corvette world, but I'm going to give it a shot. I purchased the pedal commander for this car, the C6 LS3, and from what I hear, all the reviews online, everybody that's having troubles with them is changing your settings on the fly, or no offense, but they have a dodge. And you can do your own research and come up with your own clues. And then my boys over here at Raceseng, Raceseng, they have all kind of different shift knobs. I went with this one. It's pretty legit, man. Really good deal. They even sent out a spare shift boot holder just in case I need it. I don't foresee that we'll need it, but we'll get that put in. Of course, we're watching Cletus McFarlane. Who else to watch? He inspired me to buy the Red Mistress, you know, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when he was on his quest. So if you know him, you know him. If not, you should. Alright, We'll get back with you. Alright guys, step 2, after you disconnected your battery for your safety, just simply with the pedal commander, it's all pretty much plug and play. Take it out. This is really simple right here. All you're going to do is go into your gas pedal, and there's a plug going to your computer, the ECU down there.
My liver's going hard. My liver's going hard. So I got that, I got that. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. I think we're going to get it. Get in there, boy. I think she's in there, bro. I think someone's been under here before because your vent right here is not screwed in where it needs to be screwed in.
Oh, it's possible.
You know what I'm saying?
I am like the 4th owner, so.
I think it's plugged in, bro. I'm trying to pull on it. It's not coming out.
Okay, we're good. Alright guys, we're going to start her up after you connect your battery terminals back. And you've already checked to see if your pedal commander is working properly. We're going to start up your car. Chopping wood. We're in sport mode plus 4. Alright, we're going to go down to city mode. We're going to see how it reacts. Sport mode plus 4. So you can see there that it looks like it's a successful install. In the city mode, we're just a little tap. We're probably getting about, what was it, $2 grand, 1,800. As soon as we go over to Sport Plus plus 4, 2,500 RPM, just a little tap. So I'm happy with it. Good job, pedal commander. All right, guys. Now that you got your pedal commander installed, we're going to work on this B&M Short Throw shift. So the first part is you have to remove the armrest. To remove the armrest, all you need is a Torx 15. Zoom into these 4 screws right here. Go ahead, zoom in. There's 4 screws right here you take off with your Torx 15. Oh, stop. Pause. I can edit that. Alright, so your next step after removing your armrest with the 4 T15s I showed you here, and after removing the 2 T15s here, your next step is going to be to lower your shift boot. And a lot of people got confused on the 2008 nuts. They kind of changed up the design to this plastic chrome ring. All you have to do is grasp all around the ring and turn counterclockwise and push it down. And that, zoom in here, Gary, that will reveal your T20 head right here that you need to undo. Okay. Alright guys, so I just showed you how to remove the ring on your shift boot. And you use your T20. You can see there, it's not a flat head like some YouTubers say. I'm not going to call anybody out, but for mine's a T20. And you just simply lift it up. You got it off there. Alright. Alright guys, just to recap what we've done so far to install this B&M shifter. We've removed our armrest with the T15s right here. These 4. And then we've removed these 2 T15s. And then, you know, I just showed you. You grasp that, turn it counterclockwise, pull it down. It reveals the T20 screw. You remove this. I want to give props to my dad. Appreciate it, Dad. My dad gave me this for Christmas last year. It's really helping out. Thanks, guys. Alright, continuing on, the next thing we're going to remove, we're actually not going to remove it all the way, but we're going to loosen up this e-brake boot right here. It's fairly simple. There's only 2 or 3 clips holding it. All you have to do, 1 clip, 2 clips, 3 clips. Now you don't have to take it all the way off. Just lift it up, There you go. Alright, so you got your boot up now. It's going to reveal two little bolts here. It's going to be a 7mm. So it's working for me. Take those out. Had to bend down a little carpet piece there to get to that one. Careful not to drop it down. Fairly long. And then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, continuing on. The next thing you want to do, we're going to remove the center console bezel piece here all in one piece. You're going to start down here on the bottom. You just kind of grasp it, pull it up, and it's more of a rock motion that's going to come out right here. Easy enough. Okay, this one. You want to run your fingers up the side. Rock it up. Be very careful. Alright. Alright. So you got this pulled loose here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen up your, take loose the connector for your hazard lights. All you simply got to do, I use my middle finger. You'll feel there's a little button right there. Just push it straight up and pull it out. The next thing you notice is going to be your cigarette lighter. Best thing to use is the 15 Torx. There's a little hole over here, a little button. All you do is push it in and it comes right out. Alright. Alright, so after you carefully set your console over here, not too far to stretch your traction control button, but it should reach just enough where you can set it to the side. Now, we're at the meat and potatoes of the install. So you see you got a little rubber boot here. Just be real careful. Got a little clip. Easy enough. Just pull it off. Just like so. Same thing over here. Little clip. Just pull it straight up. Work it back and forth. There's that piece that comes off. Just set it to the side. And we got the next deal going on. Number 2 down. Move on number 3. Number 3 down. Number 4. Now that you got those 4 off, there's another little hard plastic piece here. All you're going to do is simply raise it up. And I'm just going to put it right on top of my rubber shift boot we just pulled off. That way we can easily put it right back on. So now we're going to look right here, and of course you got these. This is your main shifter. Put it in the suite. That's how the C6 and torque tube works, guys. Let's see if it's a 10. Look at that. It's not a 10. Pause. Alright, let's not drop number 4. We work so hard to keep them on top, above ground. There's number 4. Check this out. Pop. That's it. You see this little shift boot thing right here on the bottom of the ball? You're going to have to transfer it over to your short shift. In our case, it's the B&M. We're just going to simply remove plastic cover. Not simply. Pause. Alright, so after you get off this little plastic piece off the ball of your OEM shifter, which credit goes to my man Fred, you're going to take it and just transfer it over to your new shifter. And what we're going to do is just use a rubber mallet. And there it is. Okay? And all we're going to do is simply put it back in there, just like you took it out. Bam! That easy, guys. Take your 4 bolts. Be careful, be careful. What I like to do is just get all 4 of them started. That way, you know you're lined up. Move on to number 3. Be careful, because like I said, you don't want to drop it down there near your torque tube. Number 4 in there. And we're going to go ahead and tighten them up. It's actually pretty simple, guys. Be confident, know that you can do it. Me and my wife talk about it all the time. You may not know how to do something now, but just know the person you're learning from didn't know how to do it in the beginning either. I'm really anxious to see how short this throw really is compared to the factory. Make sure they're all tightened evenly. Let's see about this. Oh man. That's first. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. And that definitely is going to help going down the road, guys. Pause. Now we're just going to simply start going in reverse. Take the hard plastic piece that we had on top of the armrest there. Line up your holes. Get it around that baby. And you'll start tightening back down. Simply just put the 4 that you took out. Start putting them back on. I believe these were the 10 millimeter, so we'll switch out to the 10 millimeter here. It was the 10 millimeter. And just like everything, it's like you would tighten down your wheel lug nuts. What I like to do everything diagonal from each other, so you know you're tightening it down evenly. Can't wait to give you guys some more content on this. Between the pedal commander install, the B&M Short Throw, and the next few things we're going to be putting on, you guys are going to be going crazy. Like I said, all this stuff we're installing, I'm going to be putting down in the description box. So if you feel like it, you can go and purchase it for yourself for your own C6. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Red Mistress Racing. Facebook, Red_Mistress_Racing_. And of course, you're on YouTube now, Red Mistress Racing, y'all. I think we're at 153 subscribers. We are going to have a giveaway as soon as we hit 500. Don't know exactly what it'll be, but put something down in the comments and let me know what you guys think might be worth a 500 subscriber giveaway. Now, you know we're not going to be making any money or any kind of revenue or anything like that until we hit 1,000, but once we hit 1,000, we'll really give something away then. So next step, the rubber boot back on. Just work it down, take the time. Like a glove, guys, like a glove. Make sure you put it around your clips. top, bottom, around the clip, just like so. Alright, pause. Alright, so now we're going to continue putting our console back on. Gently lift this up, work it over. Be careful, don't extenuate any clips or wires. Okay, so first we're going to, right here. First we're going to reconnect our cigarette lighter, which basically just the opposite of the way we took it out. We're just going to push it right back in. Snap. Then we're going to move. Make sure you shift it out of the way there. Then we're going to move here. We're going to reconnect the cigarette lighter down here with the black and blue clip. Remember which way it goes here. Work it, take your time. Don't force it. A lot of mechanic work is just by feel. Stop it. Alright, like I said, you just do it by feel and eventually you got it. And don't forget your emergency flashers. Remember, we just had our hand down here. Just kind of mimic the same way. Put it back in. Take your time. You don't want to mess up anything back there. It's too sensitive. Alright, stop. And after you play with it for a little while, don't forget when we did this, you had to push the button from underneath, so you know that button's going to be pointing down when you put it back in, and snap, it's in. Okay. Line up your shifter. And you can see these clips right here, all along it. Remember, we took it from this way out, coming out, so you're going to start opposite, going back in, right? This out of the way. You don't want to mess that up. There you go. The next thing we're going to do, put these back in. I believe they're number 7s. Am I right, Silverback?
Right.
I try to keep all my tools right here pretty handy. Or in the glove box. It works really well. Remember, it was these long ones. We don't want to drop them.
The long ones are forward, right? Up top.
For these, yep.
Okay.
Move the carpet out of your way. You don't want to drop it. I got lucky right there. Look at that. So I'm going to take my own advice and take my time. Can you see what's lined up? Can you tell if it's lined up?
Yes, it looks like it is.
Should be. Try this one again, guys. Try to start it with our fingertips. So our next step is going to be putting these two screws back in here. And if yours is anything like mine, it should be the ones. It's the Torx 15 with the flat head. Start them with your fingertips first. Make sure you got the right Torx bit. Yep. If you hear any music in the background right here, guys, we don't have any copyright to any of this music. Just make sure that you don't want to be held liable for any of that, you know, so we got to stay safe.
My bad.
It's all good, brother. So the next step is we're going to put our hockey stick back on. Hockey puck. Alright, stop. Alright guys, so here's the hockey stick. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark, but you got these two clips here, clip here, and there's inserts there you hit. Make sure that this part here is going to go under your center console. Just be real gentle with it. Once it goes in, there you go. Alright, cut. Alright guys, see, even I screw up all the time. This hockey puck, we already put those two 7s in. The hockey puck goes in first and then the 7. So we're going to take those two back out, put the hockey puck in, then put 2 7s. Alright, so now the next thing I did after putting the hockey puck back on, the hockey stick, and the hockey puck, is put in the 2 7mm, pop your e-brake boot back on. There's 2 clips here. There's one here, and then you're going to reattach your armrest. And when you put your 415 Torx in the back here, see if you can see that. It might be upside down, but go ahead. When you put those 4 in there, make sure that you leave them loose, because you need to make sure that it latches. You might have to move it back a little, up a little, whatever, and then once you get it at the right spot, then tighten it up. Now we're going to move on to the shift knob. Shift knob, like I said, it's I got a shift knob from Raceseng, Raceseng, okay? And this is what the baby looks like. It is legit. So let me just give you a preview. Man, that's going to look great, guys. It's going to look good. Continuing to button this up, we're going to install our shift knob, and for this in particular one, it is going to be the hex Allen wrench. I believe it's 1/8. Yeah, it's 1/8 Allen wrench. And I did have to use this shift boot connector. All I'm going to do is place it right on top of the plastic ring, just like so. Push her down. And you want to place this whichever way you want it. Whatever way you want the emblem to face. And simply just tighten it down. And this in particular one has, I believe, 6. There's number 2. That's why you need to invest in your magnetic tools here. Make sure they're nice and tight. And there you go. Let's see. pretty sweet, guys. So we got the B&M quick shift in here with our Raceseng shift knob. Should be fun going down the road. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so to install our shocks and our VMS lowering bolts, we're just going to take the A-arm loose right here, which is, look at this, 18. Has 18. Right here is the 18. I'll get back with you on the sizes of this one and this one. And that should drop all that down. And then we'll have access to our shock right here, those two bolts. And then I don't know if you can see it or not, it's a little silver back, but way down here, can you see that down here? Real easy. No, it's down underneath the axle. Oh. Can you just try to get to underneath the axle? You can look there and see the rubber? Yeah. That's the stock lowering bolts that we're going to be taking out. Guys, always use that PB blaster, works every time. I'll point out a couple things to you right here. The A-arm mounts right here are 18 millimeter. The shock mount, these are 13s. The sway bar arm right here, that is also an 18, but you got to use a Torx. What did I say? 20. You got to use a Torx 40. Now, when you put the Torx 40 in here, you turn it clockwise like you're tightening, and then the bolt will come loose. And it's the same thing for this here. Torx 40 with the 18, and just use your 18 to hold the bolt and move your Torx, and then the lowering bolt, look down in here, Gary, straight down there. That's your lowering bolt right there, and it's a 10 millimeter, and you want to turn it clockwise like you're tightening to reverse the lower down here. And then we'll pick up from here and show you when I install the VMS lowering bolts. Be right back. This is your stock lowering bolt. You can see how thick the pad is. It's actually not warped too bad. I only got 34,000 miles on this car, but compare that to the VMS. Same bolt length, but that much of a difference. Huge. I love this swivel that VMS has got going on. That's what a lot of guys complain about. That's why you get this formation. So it kind of starts sliding off to the right and the left. This will actually allow it to move in that little ball joint. So good job, VMS. Alright guys, got everything back together. Got the A-arms. Got the new Z06 Shocks. Got the VMS lowering bolt right there. Got them lowered all the way down, guys. We'll see how she looks. Got everything tightened back down. Hit you on the next side. Alright, Red Mistress family. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We started this 7:30 yesterday evening. And what we got accomplished was we installed the pedal commander. We installed the B&M Short Throw shifter. On the rear of the Red Mistress, we installed the Z06 Shocks both sides, and we installed the VMS lowering bolts both sides. And I can tell you, one side's not equal to the other. We skipped a lot of video that we could have made because we were all three of us on the ground on our hands and knees. Look at my legs. I mean, we're all just so dirty and tired. We're not going to finish the front Z06 Shocks and VMS Lowering Springs until next weekend. We're short on time, you know, we work, but you guys, I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and like I said, everything I'm installing on this car tonight, I may not upload this till next week, make it a whole ordeal, but everything we're installing, I'm going to put all the links in the description below. Leave a comment, let me know what I could have done better, let me know what I did good. Give props to my guys, Silverback behind the camera, and Fred over here for letting us use his badass garage. If you want to pan around the garage and show the people,
You know,
it's an awesome garage, man.
this is a masterpiece.
Got the Vette flag, got the fuel. Zoom into that right there. Got a couple of the YouTube, the Instagram, Facebook. Corvette Carl, that's me. Red Mistress Racing, and Silverback with his silver bullet. He's the one behind the camera tonight. And really appreciate y'all tuning in. We're just gonna wrap this up. We ain't gonna drag this on much longer. We gotta go to work in about 4 hours. So peace, and we'll see you on the next roll.